You're listening to Inside Real Estate with Irv Tremblay on Newstalk 980.
And welcome to another edition of Inside Real Estate with Irv Tremblay. Good to have you back, and happy holidays.
Thanks, Bruce. Same to you.
So here we are, December. The holidays are quickly approaching. The stress of the holidays. I can't imagine how stressful it must be to sell your home on top of this, or buy a home, or any, of that. You must run into a lot of people right now who are pulling their hair out and trying to get answers to a whole lot of questions that we're going to try to answer today. And I want to know, with the holidays just about here, do we need a Christmas miracle to sell a home? What's the market like right now?
Well, the market in December is the best thing I've seen about the market in December is when I pulled out the active listings this morning, is that we are around 500.
Okay.
Approximately 500 in Regina, right in Regina proper. So that's a positive sign for me going into the new year, because as we've talked about on the show, prices don't go up. People don't get their house sold if there's too much inventory. So we've seen that inventory slowly go down, which is great. So, maybe we're going to be under 500 going into the new year, which is terrific. I like that when we're in the 4s and 3s, and that's great. Now, I looked at the sales for the month. Well, the positive part was the listings going down. The number of sales were only 70 sales so far, and we're not quite to the new year, but 70 sales is pretty poor. It's only approximately half of last year. Failures were about 30, and I think about 60 under contract. Now, when I talk about failures, there's about 30. There will probably be 130 January 1, though, because many listings run out. For some reason, agents write them up to the last day of the year.
Sure.
On December 31st. So there's usually a huge amount of failures or expired listings on December 31st, where people have had their house on the market and it's failed to sell, and they went through the holiday season, and going into the new year, here they are, and their house still hasn't sold.
So if somebody's in that situation, come January the 1st, should they give you a call perhaps? Are you going to be standing by? Are you going to be working?
I love expireds.
Yeah.
I love relisting expireds. It's been a big part of my business. It makes me feel great when I can sell somebody's house that has kind of given up on real estate, and in my mind it's always their agent has kind of failed them, and I can change something around and sell the property. So if there is 130 expireds, come January 1st, I know it's a holiday, but they can call me even on my cell, and I will take their call because I love doing expired listings.
It's Irv Tremblay to the
Sure.
rescue. Hey, I got a Christmas question for you. So
Sure.
Here's the situation. I'm at a Christmas function the other day, and somebody I know is selling their home through an agent. And I said, oh, well, you're on the MLS. And they said, what's that? So I want to take it back to Real Estate 101 for a second. What is MLS? Is it important, and how do you get on it?
Okay, MLS. So the seller doesn't know what MLS is.
The seller
they think
doesn't know.
it's some
They have
kind
an
of
agent.
disease, MLS,
I
or
tried
short
to
for disease, or
well, God, I hope not.
Yeah.
You never know. This is a smart person. This is a person who is selling their first home. Their agent is running things for them and not informing them or keeping them in the loop as to what is going on.
Okay. Well, the MLS is the way to get your home sold for the most amount of money,
Right.
as long as that agent is doing the things they're supposed to be doing. And I guess we use these terms MLS. It's multiple listing service. And so it is the most important thing, because that's where the best buyers are. We've talked on this show many times, and my feelings about, does a website sell your house? Does an open house sell your house? Does a realtor's open house sell your house? Well, most of the time it doesn't. Those sales out of those areas are very small. Where the bulk of all the sales happen in North America are through the multiple listing service. So not only should your seller know what it stands for, they should actually have the stats and know how good it is. Because, when people call private websites, or even just off an ad, only 4% of those people can buy, 11% haven't been financed, 15% are tire kickers, and a full 70% have a house to sell.
Right.
So the top agents on the multiple listing service take those clients and they make them now buyers. And where your now buyers are always with a top agent. Now, there's a lot of bargain hunters out there, not with agents, but I can tell you, good buyers come to realize that they can hire the best agent in the city. That person will drive them around, tell them jokes, buy them lunch, write an offer, negotiate the deal, get a building inspection, maybe give them a move-in gift. Do all of those things, and it costs the buyer nothing. So my question would be, why would the best buyers not hire the best agent? Can you imagine hiring the best lawyer in the city and it didn't cost you anything? Well, that's the position buyers are in. They can hire an agent and they'll do all that work for them and they don't pay for it.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting, too. You brought up the website thing a few moments ago. And you go to these websites and they say, pay yourself first, don't pay an agent, but you're paying the website. In fact, you're paying the website and they're not even selling your house. They may not sell your house.
Well, they're not in the business of selling homes. Real estate agents and the MLS service is. And they're in the business of selling you on the site and the advertising, and they get paid right away. If I don't get you exactly what you want in price, terms, possession, you don't pay me anything. So that part of real estate is a great deal.
Yeah.
You don't pay me anything unless I get you exactly what you want.
Tell me what you think of this stat. 1 in 4 homeowners attempt to sell their homes privately. That seems high to me.
Well, it's increased.
Right.
If you went back 20 years ago, it would probably be less than 10%. It could be as high as 25% in North America, and there's a couple of reasons for that. The main reason is the internet, where people believe the internet is the answer to everything. I sprained my ankle a couple months ago, so I'm going to be on the internet, and how am I going to fix that?
Yeah, I'm guilty of doing that.
Yeah. So it's the internet, and so many people believe that they don't need an agent, they don't need that multiple listing service because they can get that exposure on the internet. We've talked about this. Yes, you get great exposure. You want great exposure to the best buyers, and the best buyers have come to an agent on the MLS system. They may have started their search, on the internet. So that's why more people believe, and sites sell people on that why not try on your own? Well, there's a lot of downside that can cost you money by trying on your own, and we can talk about that a little further.
Awesome. By the way, speaking of websites, one that's worth its weight in gold, go to irvsells.ca. There's some great advice. It's a great resource whether you're buying or selling your home. And coming up after the break, you've got a very interesting story about somebody who got involved in flipping a home and things didn't exactly turn out the way they wanted. We're going to share that with you coming up. You're listening to Inside Real Estate with Irv Tremblay of Irv Tremblay Realty, Inc. Turn the key caller of today at 790-3753.